Jevareko guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking. My name is Tash, and in today's video I'm so much excited because I'm summarizing like the entire my entire trip to Uganda, and I'm actually still in Kampala, but I'll be leaving tomorrow. So Kampala has been so amazing. I started my journey like on Thursday, and today is like the third day here in Kampala, and tomorrow is the fourth day, and which I'm exiting Uganda, going back to Kenya. Now, since I came from Kenya to Kampala, everything is so amazing. Like, Kampala really changed my perspective of how I view other countries. I thought Uganda was like this, a small country, a chilled country with full of everything like is so disorganized, you know. But then me coming here to Kampala has really changed that narrative. I feel like I need to travel more, to experience more, and to like expose myself more, you know. So Uganda is this amazing green country. I must say that Uganda is so green, so lovely. The weather is so beautiful. I mean, somebody told me Uganda has never been dry, except the other parts of Uganda, which is like this bit. Like, Uganda is ever like rainy, ever cool, you know. And clearly you can see like the vegetation is so green. They have trees all over. Like, I visited Entebbe, and according to someone who was telling me, like, Entebbe, like the state house used to be like visible, but then due to trees it's not visible anymore, and it's located on like on a top of a hill, so you can clearly tell. Right now you can't see anything. You can't see the state house, but before, like few years back, you could actually see the state house. So yeah, that will really tell you like Kampala is full of trees. One thing also is the roads. I think like the roads needs to be worked on. Like Kampala has poor roads. I must say poor roads. I'm sorry to say that, but Kampala has the not the worst, but bad roads. Kampala has bad roads. They have potholes everywhere, and you could tell that from driving. Like, we were driving and we kept on like dodging the holes, the potholes, you know. So that's so crazy about Kampala. Also, Kampala has a lot of motorbikes, you guys. Like, motorbikes are like many here in Kampala. So when you're driving here in Kampala, you need to be very careful, because one, you might knock down the boda guy, or they might scratch your car, or they might just bump into you, you know. Even when you're walking, you have to be very careful because they are all over the place. Maybe you're observing like the traffic lights. The boda guy doesn't observe the traffic lights, so when it's time for you to cross, they're just passing. So you need to be very careful about that, you know. And they don't follow the rules. I mean, they just maneuver around. They just go. They don't have like strict roads that you have to wait until the lights turn green so that you can go and proceed. But then they just pass. As long as they see an opportunity, they just pass. So that's another thing about Kampala. Kampala has a lot of people. Actually, we're being told like during a normal week, Kampala has 4 million people in Kampala, like on Monday to Saturday. Then on Sunday, I think most of people don't work, so they don't come to the city. But Kampala has a lot of people. Like, we went to this high place mosque, Kampala Mosque. Yeah, it's here. Yeah, we went to this place, and we climbed to the top of this place, of this tower. It's actually 65 meters above the sea level, so you could clearly see the entire Kampala. And from that point, we saw the market of Kampala. It's called what? Oh, I don't know the name, but yeah, you could clearly see like people as shown here. You see, there are a lot of people. There are a lot of motorbikes. It's so congested. A lot of matatus are like the taxis here in Kampala. They call them taxis. As in Kenya, we call them matatus. So there are a lot of matatus. It's so chaotic. I mean, it's everything. I mean, there's like the real bustling city, the real bustling market of Kampala. That's so amazing. But then if you go there, be sure to get lost or be sure to come out without your phone, or be sure to, okay, I can't say that really, but if you're a visitor, if you go there, be prepared to get lost. I mean, if you don't have like a guide, be prepared to get lost. Kampala is sitting on 7 hills. Actually, when we were on that tower, we were shown like the 7 hills of Kampala. So Kampala is situated, it is surrounded by 7 hills. Like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hills, and that shows how incredible Kampala is, because each hill has a meaning, each hill has a specific thing about it, like its unique thing about it. I could clearly say that's like one beauty thing about Kampala. We visited Entebbe. Entebbe is like another town outside Kampala. It's like around 40 kilometers away from Kampala. So we have Entebbe Expressway, which is similar to that of Kenya Nairobi Expressway, and the expressway was amazing. You have to pay 5,000 Uganda shillings, that's like around 400 Kenya shillings, for you to access the expressway. It's so quiet, so cool, just straight. On our way, we saw this billionaire's house. It resembles a White House of America, you know. So apparently this guy is so rich. I think he's a Ugandan billionaire, and this guy has built a stadium. Can you believe that? So this guy is very, very rich. Her name is, I'll link the name here. I don't know the name, but here is the name. And this house is so beautiful. It resembles the White House of the United States of America. So that clearly shows you that that person is very, very rich. And yeah, actually, Wodemaya and Trudy did like a house of that billionaire. So I think you can head over to their channel and watch that. What else? Yeah, and then we went to Entebbe. In Entebbe, we have Lake Victoria. Now, Lake Victoria is shared by 3 countries, namely Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda. So Lake Victoria is here, but on the Uganda side. So we went there. We went to this Imperial Beach Resort. It's very good. You can see it's very, very good. I actually got the chance to eat the best tilapia. The tilapia here was so amazing and incredible. This resort has the best swimming pool. You can see all this swimming pool. It's so good. Oh God, I wish I had time to swim there. And then we went to the beach, like the beach of Lake Victoria. So in here, initially I'm being told it used to have like long shore, like what do you call, long shore, like full of sand. But then like right now the sand is being consumed and the water is becoming dirty, so it's not as popular as it used to be before. So yeah, and from there we proceeded to Entebbe International Airport. Oh my God, this was the huge plane I've ever seen in my life. It's a UN airport, and this plane is so huge. I wish I could come when it was taking off or when it was landing, but this is a huge plane. And clearly you can see the roads here are so good. Like you can see it's so clear, so good, well groomed, and there's less traffic compared to Kampala. And this is also where the State House is. So this is where the president of Uganda, Museveni, is actually residing. And yeah, so this is Entebbe for you. So good. The roads are well labeled, well marked, you know, everything is amazing here. And yeah, so after that we came back to Kampala. You could clearly tell the difference on your way, because you reach a point whereby it's the chaos start occurring. Like you see the people parking cars along the road. You start seeing a lot of motorbikes. Now that shows you that you are in Kampala. One thing about Uganda is the food. Oh my God, we went to a restaurant and I was served with good English breakfast. That was the best food of my life. Like that was so good, man. Like it was so delicious. Ugandans, you're doing really well. One thing I'm also noticing about Uganda, they have many restaurants. Like if you just go to town, Kampala town, you'll see like a lot of restaurants. starting from Chinese, Indian, Kenyan, not Kenyan, African, and American restaurants, like all those, like KFC and stuff. They all have that, and they all have incredible food. I didn't get the chance like to visit all the restaurants, but crossing fingers, my next visit here I must like tour some of the restaurants here in Kampala. Yeah, so clearly I can say Kampala is the best city. At first I was skeptical about Kampala. I was like, Kampala is just Kampala, like it's just like any other city. It's just like Nairobi, and clearly coming to Kampala has really changed my mind, really changed my perspective, and I now feel like I love Kampala more. Yeah. Yes, so the name Kampala came from an impala animal. The impala animal, so instead of saying impala, they said Kampala, and that's how the name Kampala actually came to be. So yeah, so this video marks the end of my Kampala journey, and I hope you enjoyed this video, this video series. If you haven't watched my other video series, please go back and watch some of my videos. Okay, so yeah, I want to say thank you so much for everyone in Kampala for hosting me, for taking me around. And also there's this famous content creator in Kampala. His name is Musinguzi. Thank you so much for taking me to this incredible place in Kampala. Yeah, so guys, that's it about Kampala. Also, life in Kampala is so cheap, like so cheap. Food is so cheap and readily available, from fresh foods to junk to everything. Food is there. Also, the cost of living is not that expensive compared to Nairobi, so I can say Kampala is the best. So if you're from Kampala, please feel free to let me know what I forgot in the comment section down below. Let me know whether the things that I've said in this video is correct. And yeah, let's have a discussion down below in the comment sections. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I enjoyed my Kampala trip, and actually Kampala has loveliest people, beautiful people, and loving people. They're so welcoming, they're so kind. Actually went to this restaurant and they were like, oh, Sebo is like that. So they were like, Sebo, what would you like to eat today? And I was like, they're so kind, man. They're so kind. Yeah, that's one thing about Kampala. So the waiters are so kind. Like everybody else really is very kind in Kampala. So that's what I can say about Kampala. So I wish I could go on, but my time there was so limited. But that's how I viewed Kampala while I was there. Actually, this video will come when I'll be in Kenya. Well, I was there. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Yeah, so until next time, see you on my next video. Bye.